What made the M1 rifle so significant in World War II and Korea? This question brings us to the heart of a story that spans decades, continents, and countless individuals whose lives were shaped by this game-changing weapon. The M1 rifle, an infantry weapon for U.S. forces during these pivotal wars, is a symbol of American military might, so much so that it's hard to imagine a World War II movie without one. Its official designation, the U.S. rifle, caliber .30 M1, might sound like a mouthful, but to the soldiers who shouldered it, it was simply the M1. This clip-fed, semi-automatic weapon was designed to deliver unparalleled firepower, a considerable advantage over the bolt-action rifles issued to most major armies of the time. But the M1 wasn't just a weapon. It was a lifeline, a tool of survival in the harshest of battlefields. And it wasn't just the soldiers who recognized its worth. General George S. Patton, a man who knew a thing or two about warfare, hailed the M1 as the greatest battle implement ever devised. The name Garand or Garand might ring a bell, a moniker more popular with civilians during and after the war. This name was given in honor of the French-Canadian-born John Garand, the weapon's designer. Regardless of pronunciation, the name stands for a rifle that shaped the course of history. Unlike its predecessor, the M1903 Springfield bolt-action rifle, the M1 was semi-automatic, capable of firing between 40 and 50 rounds a minute. It held 8.30, 06 rounds, doubling the firing rate of a well-trained soldier using the Springfield 1903. This made the M1 a formidable force on the battlefield, a fact not lost on the soldiers who wielded it. The M1, regardless of how you pronounce it, was deemed one of the most effective weapons of World War II. It was a testament to American ingenuity and a symbol of the nation's resolve in the face of global conflict. It was, in essence, more than just a rifle. It was a piece of history, a testament to the courage and tenacity of those who carried it into battle. Before the M1, the main service rifle of the U.S. Army was the M1903 Springfield bolt-action rifle. This dependable rifle had served the American forces well, but as the pace of warfare accelerated, its limitations became evident. The bolt-action nature of the M1903 meant that a soldier had to manually operate the bolt between shots, slowing down the rate of fire significantly. Enter the M1. This semi-automatic rifle was a game-changer, allowing soldiers to fire as fast as they could pull the trigger. The M1 swiftly replaced the M1903 across most units, bringing a new level of firepower to the American infantry. However, this transition wasn't without its hitches. Marines, some of the first to engage in the Pacific theater, found themselves armed with the older M1903S, while their Army counterparts received the shiny, new M1S. This discrepancy didn't go unnoticed and understandably led to some grumbles among the ranks. The M1 and the M1903 were two sides of the same coin, each with its strengths and weaknesses. The M1903, in the right hands, had an effective firing range of about 1,000 meters, nearly double that of the M1. However, the majority of combat for American troops was taking place well within the M1's effective range, making this advantage of the M1903 less significant. Where the M1 truly shone was in its rate of fire and capacity. It held 8 rounds of .30-06 ammunition and could fire between 40 to 50 rounds a minute, about double that of a well-trained soldier with the Springfield 1903. This meant a soldier armed with an M1 could lay down a steady stream of fire, suppressing the enemy and giving their squad a crucial edge in battle. Despite the M1's shorter effective firing range, its rate of fire and capacity made it a formidable weapon on the battlefield. The M1 was a significant leap forward in infantry weaponry, setting the stage for the semi-automatic rifles that would follow. During World War II, 5.4 million M1S were made and used by every branch of the United States military. This prolific number underscores the widespread use and popularity of this game-changing rifle. The production process of the M1 was an impressive feat of engineering and manufacturing. Each M1 was painstakingly assembled, tested, and approved for battle. It was a weapon that was truly made for the soldier, with their needs in mind. The M1 was a hit among the soldiers. They appreciated its reliability, accuracy, and the semi-automatic firepower it provided. The M1 was often the weapon of choice in the heat of battle, offering a sense of security and confidence in the face of the enemy. When it comes to weight, the M1 was comparable to the Thompson submachine gun. However, the similarities end there. The M1 had a significant advantage in terms of power. It hit as hard as its bolt-action counterparts, making it a formidable weapon on the battlefield. Its high rate of fire was particularly effective in both jungle and urban terrains. In the dense bushes of the Pacific, the M1 gave squads light and mobile firepower. This was crucial in swiftly navigating the challenging and unpredictable jungle terrain. In the urban landscapes of Europe, the M1 helped even the odds for American squads. They were up against German machine guns with their extreme rates of fire. But the M1 stood its ground, allowing American squads to hold their positions and fight back with confidence. The M1 was not just a tool for survival, it was a symbol of resilience, a testament to American ingenuity and determination. It was a weapon that echoed the spirit of the soldiers who wielded it, strong, reliable, and unyielding in the face of adversity. The M1's rate of fire in both jungle and urban terrain helped American squads stand their ground against enemies with higher rates of fire. It was a key factor in many victories, a testament to its enduring legacy in the annals of military history. Despite its many advantages, the M1 rifle had its shortcomings. Let's take a moment to delve into those. First, the M1 was slightly bulky due to the need to accommodate its semi-automatic operating system. This made it a bit of a handful, especially for soldiers with smaller hands. It was a trade-off, a compromise for the increased firepower and speed that the semi-automatic system provided. Next, we move on to the issue of loading. The M1 was notorious for being a bit tricky to load unless using a full clip. This might not sound like a significant problem, but in the heat of battle, when seconds could mean the difference between life and death, struggling to load your weapon was a disadvantage that could not be ignored. But perhaps one of the most enduring myths about the M1 is the distinct ping sound it made when reloading. The story goes that enemy soldiers would wait for this sound, a clear signal that the American soldier was momentarily defenseless while reloading. However, this is largely a myth. In the chaos and cacophony of a battlefield, the idea that an enemy soldier could or would be listening for this specific sound is quite far-fetched. Lastly, the M1 was not without its risks. There was a phenomenon known as M1 thumb, where if a user wasn't careful while loading or closing the bolt, they could get a nasty pinch. And let's not forget about the occasional malfunction or jam, which, although rare, were still issues that could crop up at the worst possible moments. While the M1 had its disadvantages, its advantages in fire rate, capacity, and durability made it a game-changing weapon in World War II and Korea. It's important to remember that no weapon is perfect, and the M1 was no exception. However, its strengths greatly outweighed its weaknesses, solidifying its place in history as one of the most effective rifles of its time. The M1 rifle left an indelible mark on the history of warfare. This formidable weapon, often simply referred to as the M1 by the soldiers who wielded it, played a significant role in shaping the outcomes of two major conflicts, World War II and the Korean War. In the throes of these historic battles, the M1 proved itself to be a reliable and powerful tool in the hands of the American infantry. Its semi-automatic nature and 8-round capacity offered an unprecedented advantage over the standard bolt-action rifles of the time. This increased firing rate undoubtedly contributed to the success of various military operations, altering the course of the wars. The M1's legacy didn't stop on the battlefield. Its influence reached far beyond, shaping the design of military firearms for generations to come. The semi-automatic feature, once a novelty in the M1, became a standard for future infantry rifles. This shift in design philosophy marked a significant turning point in military technology, and the M1 was at the forefront of this change. But the M1's legacy is not confined to military history alone. Its iconic stature has found a place in popular culture, particularly in war movies. From the gritty scenes of Saving Private Ryan to the heroic tales of Band of Brothers, the M1 rifle is a recurring symbol of American resilience and courage in the face of adversity. Its presence continues to remind us of the sacrifices of those who fought bravely in the pivotal conflicts of the 20th century. In the end, the M1 rifle stands as a testament to the ingenuity of its designer, John Garand, and the skill of the soldiers who used it. Its impact, both in real-world conflicts and in the realm of popular culture, is undeniable. The M1 rifle, with its unique combination of power, capacity, and rate of fire, truly earned its place as one of the most significant weapons in the history of warfare.